They're as good as any team in the country. This will be another really good gauge and a good measuring stick for our young squad. But I like where we are too. We're not going to feel second fiddle to Georgetown or anybody.
Welcome to another edition of WMUC Sports Weekly Update with Maryland Men's Soccer. I'm Emily Olsen, and this week we spoke with Coach Sasho and senior midfielder Tsubasa Endoh about issues on the offense, Friday's match against Michigan State, and the upcoming game against Georgetown at Shaw Field. I want to talk about Michigan State. Now, that's your third tie of the season. You've gone into overtime 3 times now. But where's the disconnect in that offense, trying to get those shots out?
Well, as I said at the beginning of the year, we have young players up top. So it's a combination of some of our young players, having some fatigue. But also the other side of that is that we're playing against some really good teams. Michigan State returned 8 of their starters from last year and most of their back line. So we're playing them at home, so getting the tie there is not the end of the world. We did create some very good chances, had 2 high-quality chances to win the game. So that's the bad news. The good news is our back line is doing a good job as well. So I think in all 3 ties we've had some victories in those ties.
One of the most promising scoring chances for Maryland in that Michigan State game was in the opening minutes of overtime. Midfielder Tsubasa Endoh dished a ball outright to his teammate Chris Aduyatsam. Endoh had faith that the defender would be the guy to get the play done. Making a run towards the goal, Endoh saw Aduyatsam cross the ball back in. Diving, Endoh got ahead on the ball but was stopped at the goal line.
So I didn't see the guy to save the ball in the goal line, but I should have finished it. That's what I should have finished it.
You're now facing, you've played 3 overtimes, 3 ties. Is the team starting to feel this fatigue going in these extra minutes after these games?
I think against Michigan, which was 2 overtime, and then we tied. It was obviously a physical game, but we should have won. But for the Michigan State, we are kind of tired because we traveled all the way down there. Obviously, it was a Big Ten match as well, so it was physical as well. So I think we were tired at the time, but we should have won.
Despite the recent lack of production on offense, Coach Sasho and Endoh are confident that Maryland's best soccer is ahead of them.
I think this year has more talent than last year, so I feel comfortable being on the team. And there's obviously new guys attacking. So me or Maya have to step up as attacking players. We haven't scored a lot of goals recently, so obviously we had to work on it.
The team chemistry has been fantastic since the first day of preseason. I think it's terrific. I think a lot of we've been able to rotate the squad pretty well and get a lot of people on the field. There's still some high-quality players that haven't gotten the minutes, and it's been tough, but I couldn't ask more for their attitude. So I think once we get into the month of October, I think things will settle down. We're doing a lot of traveling right now and playing some tough teams. But once we can settle back in home in October, I think things will even get better.
A key to success for this young Maryland team is leadership from experienced players like Endoh.
Well, he's healthy, number one. He missed, I think, 4 of the first 5 games last year. So this year he's healthy. And, we've already played him in both roles he played last year. He played in the midfield out of our diamond, and also now he's playing up front in the 3 front. So he's been somebody that, he's been a career guy, great player, very dependable, fantastic attitude, great set of skills. And I think he's his best soccer still ahead of him later this year.
This summer, I try to be a leader as a team. On this team, because I had to step up, and there's only 4 seniors on the team, and then we knew that 13 new guys coming in. So obviously, me, Maya, or Krog, had to step up and then be a leader on the team, and then we had to be a positive influence on the team.
And as for Wednesday's match?
Well, when we scheduled Georgetown this year, we thought this would be one of the top teams on our schedule, and they're proving to do so. They had a couple of key injuries. Joshua Yarrow missed a good part of their season. Turnley, their left back, missed a few games. But at the beginning of the year, you would have thought Georgetown was going to be on everybody's top 2 teams in the country. So I think they're playing very well right now, and I think it's going to be a very good game. But I think this in some ways is going to be one of the top teams we'll play all year.
We know it's going to be a tough match for us, and it's going to be a big challenge. We're obviously ready.
Be sure to check in to WMUCSports.net for a special live broadcast of Maryland men's soccer first Georgetown at Shaw Field. Listen with Rabble starting at 4 p.m. And don't forget to check back next week for another weekly edition of WMUC Sports Updates with Maryland men's soccer. For WMUC Sports, I'm Emily Olsen.